the much anticipated Red Bull Box Cart is back. It's an exciting non-motorized race will take place in the Boer Cup on the 6th of November. Now in studio with me, I've got Mr. JP Smith, who will be telling us more about this event. Mr. JP, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Excellent. It's weekend. It cannot be but good.
All right. Mr. JP, please tell our viewers who don't know much about the Red Bull Box Cart, what is it all really about?
A race for party people. It's a race for crazy people.
For crazy people.
For crazy. Not crazy, for quasi people.
Quasi, okay.
Because you are, it is a collection of box carts that are going to careen down the very steep streets of the Boer Cup. These races happen all over the world, and they're put together your own box cart and see if it survives to the bottom of the hill. Often they don't make it, and if they do make it, it's how they make it. But then also the very colorful outfits. So people put together all kinds of crazy and very colorful and entertaining outfits, superheroes, video game characters, name it, just cosplay characters, all manner of things that people go careening down the hill on and crashing down the hill.
It sounds like fun.
These used to be held at Kloofneck Road, down the side of the glen. I always thought that it was a special kind of crazy that made people do that, but it really is a fun family event, well worthwhile going to see, and I'm really looking forward to it.
What can people expect from this event?
Amateur engineering, box carts that don't survive to the bottom of the hill, and a few that do spectacularly. The contest is as much a race for speed and time down the hill as it is for the design and the color and the spectacularness of the outfits. And then also there's quite a lot of teams this year, at least 60 teams. It's entertaining, so you see a lot of different variety, and it really is just a fun event. Go there and shout for the team with the best presentation, and have made the most effort as well with it. There are a lot of social media sensations out there, well-known TikTokers and other social media personalities. Some of them who are participating, so I think that will add to the pizzazz. So you can go and see some of your favorite TikTok content producers.
Now, Mr. JP, how exciting is this for the City of Cape Town partnering up with the Red Bull Cart 2022 after a much anticipated return by fans and people of Cape Town?
We were sad that for the last 2 years we've not been able to do this. Cape Town takes our events for granted. We're an event city. We have 3 times now been declared the world's festival and events destination, best event city in the planet. We compete with spectacular and really amazing new resource cities for that title. So it's no small feat. We pull this off because we're a really fun city to do events. We have good infrastructure. We've got amazing talent and capability. We've got a really good events sector, an events industry. Some 35,000 people in the city who earn a living from it. And events contribute a lot to the economy of the city. We put in little bits of financial support. As with this one, we give events and services support, like traffic department and others. But these events organizers bring large numbers of people to our city, the participants, their fans, their support teams. It's hotel accommodation, it's catering, it's transport, it's all the construction and everything that goes in the track. It's all kinds of hire and promotion and marketing and videography and production. So it's long coattails, and the industry creates many jobs. Many families in the city are dependent on this. And for 2 years, didn't have that. Many of them who lost their shirts, who people who I saw walking dogs on the promenade, who used to be in the film industry. So this is great that it's back. It's fun that it's back. Most importantly, to achieve social cohesion. It's a whole lot of Capetonians coming together, doing something fun together, and remembering that first and foremost, above everything else, we're Capetonians and we like to have fun.
Now, the race is taking place in Boer Cup. I want to find out, what is the significance of using the streets of Boer Cup?
Well, it's steep, and it has a special challenge component, which going down some of the other steep streets don't have, and that is the cobbles. That means that these carts are going to have to be designed with a little bit of shock absorption, or bigger wheels, or make provision for the fact that they're going to go over some streets that are not smooth. I think it's going to add to the craziness of the design. It's a week away, so I can't imagine that these box carts are not finished, or that they aren't having some last-minute changes made to them. But it's a really beautiful part of the city. It's colourful and very richly textured part of the city. A lot of heritage in it. So there are other steep streets that you can race down, but none of them have the character and the pizzazz of the World Cup.
JP, thank you so much for your time. But in closing, is there any other last words that you would like to add and let our viewers know about this event?
Okay. So it is important that people show up, that they come for the event, come and support events in Cape Town.
Yes.
It is family and indirect employment of people you know who benefit from it. So the more people who come, the better. Let's get events up and running like they should be. We're about 75% back to our events that we were pre-COVID. We've got a little way to go. We're not quite where we were. Around 2,500 events permits that we used to issue a year. We're not back there yet. And so it's important that we get people excited about the events. There's a lot of details on their website around the event. So please go and look for it on the internet. I'll leave the documents with you, and you can post the details.
We'll share it. Thank you so much, Mr. JP, for joining us in studio today.
Pleasure.